Hello, my name is Shawn Evans, and this presentation is on zero-based budgeting. The information for this presentation was adapted from an article on CFO.com by Akshat Dubey. It was titled Zero-Based Budgeting Emphasizes Growth and Cost Cutting. So what is zero-based budgeting? Zero-based budgeting is a budgeting approach where every year a budget is created from scratch. When we look at a standard budgeting process, prior year numbers are kind of carried forward to the next year and kind of act as a baseline for where the budget should be. With zero-based budgeting, everything is redone every year. There are many benefits to this. Because every line item has to be justified with this budgeting approach. Any unneeded or unproductive costs will be identified and can be eliminated with this budgeting approach. It also helps companies to understand what their cost drivers are and what they need to keep and what they need to get rid of. Ernst & Young actually did a survey of their clients that used zero-based budgeting, and they found that a majority of them actually saw cost reductions by using zero-based budgeting. They saw that 45% of their clients saw reductions of 10 to 20%, and 35% actually cut costs by more than 20%, which is very significant for a company. Zero-based budgeting also provides greater cost accountability for companies, where you're looking at every line item. They can see exactly what needs to be cut and what everything has to be justified. It also provides lots of accountability for companies that can lead to future growth. So when should zero-based budgeting be used? In the article, it talks about four kind of main areas where it can be implemented. The first area it talks about is when an urgent turnaround is needed. This would be for a company that's in a very financial crisis type situation where they need to reestablish their short-term profitability in a very quick amount of time. Zero-based budgeting can allow them to quickly cut any unneeded costs and help them turn things around. Another area that zero-based budgeting can be implemented in is when targeted restructuring is needed. They can cut costs and then selectively cut any expenses as they need. Another area is when a company is looking for a cost or management enhancement. Zero-based budgeting can be used to cut waste and manage any increases in spending that they can see coming in over the next future period. And then last but not least, zero-based budgeting can be used for a company that's looking to grow. This budgeting approach really supports the investment process. They can cut anything unneeded and then see where they can invest new resources. And it helps to also identify areas for improvement. The article outlines kind of the approach to zero-based budgeting and how it should be implemented. First of all, a company will need to establish the baseline of where they want to be and how they can get there. By aligning their strategy goals, they can effectively implement zero-based budgeting. Once goals are aligned, then it's time to implement the budget. Looking at costs and what can be cut, what needs to be kept, all that can be implemented as needed. After the budget's been implemented, then it comes time for accountability, control, and monitoring. By keeping themselves accountable, companies can ensure that the budgeting approach is effective. And then lastly, companies can optimize their budget how they need it by viewing what changes are made and how they affect the company. They can decide what changes should be kept, what should be changed further for further optimization. So there are many benefits to zero-based budgeting, and we just mentioned a few in this presentation. Lastly, it can be a very effective tool for growth and can help companies to cut costs as needed. So if your company is ever looking to revamp their budgeting process, zero-based budgeting could be worth considering. Thanks.